Hello there, everybody, and let's get started with another wrestling tier list. That was a wonky little intro, I think. But we got the NXT roster. We're doing a tier list of the entire NXT roster as it stands in mid-year 2023. You know the drill. Usually we do best, great, good, okay, and meh. But we got a special category for these NXT upstarts. Well, some of them are upstarts, but we got give them time, which means they haven't done much NXT, but give them some time. And they could damn well be the future of that brand, or hell, damn well the future of WWE in general. You never know. I'm not the biggest NXT viewer slash watcher. I keep up with it, but I don't actively watch it. Some shows I catch, so it's going to be a tier list and also maybe a little fun game as, can I remember their names? Like, I recognize everybody here, and I know probably 75-80% of the names. But we're just going to see if I stumble. So first off, and sorry if I can't remember exactly what everybody's done. So if I'm forgetting stuff, I'm sorry. We got, I believe, Amari Miller. I want to make sure I get it correct. Yeah, Amari Miller. I think she had like a good couple of matches when she first showed up in NXT, but I want to say she was injured. I think maybe she got hurt in a match with Lash Legend, was it? I can't remember. But I think mainly she's been on like Level Up, what used to be 205 Live, basically. And so, yeah, she hasn't done much. I can't say anything notable about her. I'm sorry. So we're going to put her in meh for now. I mean, there should be like a middle ground between good and meh. But, yeah, I'm sorry. So now we have Mr. Chase, Mr. Andre Chase. I love this man. He is one of the reasons that I watch NXT from time to time. We're going to get the whole gang up here. We got Duke Hudson, Thea Hale, where are you? Thea Hale, yeah, there you go. All of Chase U, I'm putting them all in best. You know, damn. Andre Chase is fun to watch, him wrestling in like slacks or like, you know, those like dress shoes or whatever. My boy's wrestling with a sweater, bro, you know, that already puts him in great. He's maintaining that work ethic, you know, the stomps. Give me a C, give me an H. Hey, what does that spell? Chase U. That is fantastic. They're so fun. Such a fun act. It seems like Duke might be slowly gearing towards a heel turn, maybe turning on Andre Chase. Thea Hale, we've seen since Great American Bash, has been a little bit upset because Andre Chase threw in the towel in that submission match. She never tapped out. I'm a big Thea Hale fan, as I've said in the past. I love all these guys, and, well, gal. So Andre Chase, they're going in the best for me. Clearly, it's a more opinionated thing, because they're not, like, in the main card or the main section of NXT. But damn, they are the highlight for me, so I'm putting them in best. So now we have another faction, the Schism, I believe they're called. We're going to find Mr. Gacy, Joe Gacy, is that his name? Yeah, Joe Gacy. For some reason I thought it was like John Gacy. And then we have formerly grizzled young veterans, and they turned them into weirdos because reasons that we don't know. I believe it's like Rip Fowler and Jagger Reed. And then we have Ava Raine up here. Ava hasn't wrestled too much since making her debut, but she has been good in her role as, like, the creepy, like, hey, I'm part of this family, too. You know, she's doing good in her role, but she's still a bit new compared to the other three. Joe Gacy, I know he's done some stuff on the indies. I believe, like, CZW, I want to say. It's Joe Gacy, right? Yeah, okay. I just want to make sure I'm not, like, messing with anybody. Grizzled young vets in a league of their own before turning into Rip Fowler and Jagger Reed. They would probably be in great, one of my favorite NXT tag teams. You know, we are the grizzled young veterans. Loved them, but in their current state, they're bland. It seems like they've gotten rid of, like, the t-shirts, and they're more, like, kind of reverting back to their old selves, but, like, still sticking with the dyad or the schism. Weren't they called the dyad at one point? I don't know. But as a group, I wonder if I should separate them. I think Ava Raine, you can maybe put her and give her time, but I think as a group, they've really, like, come into their own, and they're not, like, I don't hate seeing them. Their feud with the Diamond Mine has been okay, tolerable, so I really want to put Grizzled Young Vets in great, but, like, in their current state, I can't do that. I'm gonna say Schism, they're going good. The highlights of Schism would probably be, I guess, Joe Gacy, and in-ring wise, yeah, Grizzled Young Vets, but currently, I'd say Schism's in, like, the good tier. It depends what they're given. They're kind of like that creepy, cultish group that we've seen throughout, the years in WWE. Like, you got the Wyatts, all that. They're on the lower end of that spectrum. But now we got Axiom, a kid. He's talented. I haven't seen much of him in NXT UK, but from what I've seen from him as Axiom, he has a neat little entrance where he's like zooming around the screen, everything's slow-mo except for him, because he's really cool, and he's into math, I think. There's like equations and stuff popping up on the screen. I don't know. He's fun to watch. He hasn't done anything super notable. He was in a North American Championship match. I believe it was like that 6-way at Stand and Deliver. I can't remember for sure if it was, but I think it was. Or St. Valentine's Day match, Vengeance Day, whatever. I know there was like a multi-man North American title match that Wes Lee defended his title in. He was in it. Had some fun moments. He's going in good. Honestly, I could say give him time. Bottom of great. I'd say I enjoy his work, but he probably hasn't done anything too notable. He was in that that like Iron Survivor match, I think. He did okay in that. I can't remember it. I know it was like an interesting little concept, but I can't. There's a bird outside. I don't know if you can hear it. But yeah, Axiom, going in good. There's a case to be made for bottom of great. I'll give you that. Now we have Blair Davenport, formerly B. Priestley, I believe. I've seen some of her work in the UK and on the Indies, and now as Blair Davenport, she's recently come back from, I believe, an injury, and she started a little feud with Roxanne Perez, being vicious, bringing a vicious side of Roxanne Perez out in that Weapons Wild match, which Roxanne won, which, good for her. It was like in her home state, so I guess that's deserved. But Blair Davenport probably needs like a big, momentous win. She was in a triple threat, I want to say, with, I always forget her name, but I believe it was Mandy Sachs and Satomura. I think it was like a triple threat, right? I want to say. Maybe I'm thinking of someone else. I think, did I say Mandy Sachs? Mandy Rose, but it's the same person. She hasn't done too much, but she has been like a part of some, I want to, not major, but like some storylines at least. They're giving her something to do. I'm gonna put her and give them time, because if you give her enough time, I'm sure she'll. Hell, if Tiffany wasn't the current NXT Women's Champion, if it was like a face champion, Blair Davenport would be an excellent candidate to take the title off of them. So I'm gonna put Blair Davenport and give him some time. Give him some time. So yeah, we're gonna move on to Bow, I think it is. I swear I'm like losing my mind. It's like Boa. Okay, yeah, I knew it was like 3 letters. B, O, and A were there. But Boa, he's been there for a while, man. He was there with the, oh god, I forgot her name. Xia Li, when she was doing that thing, that weird, like, I don't even know, like Empress kind of gimmick. She was like a ghostish, I don't know. She was like very like intimidating. I kind of liked it, but they never really went anywhere with it. He was kind of like her whipping boy in a sense, because when he would lose, he would get like kicked and smacked, I think. He has been there a while, and man, I can't recall a single match, a single thing he's done. Putting him in meh. I can't even put him and give him time, because I don't even know what Bo has really done. He has the face paint now. That's something. I guess that gives him character. I don't know. And now we have Bron Breakker, former NXT champion, held that thing for nearly a year, had 2 runs with it. Probably tied for like the top 2 best things about NXT when it switched to 2.0 and now back to like just NXT without the 2.0. White and gold, I guess, is what they call it now. Him and Carmelo Hayes obviously is who I'm talking about. He's been the standout. He's been bland at times, but now with this new heel character, he's just spearing the hell. His spear is fantastic. That's like on level with like Goldberg levels of like force coming at you. Bron Breakker's good. I wasn't a fan of him at first, but after turning heel and after like saying, you know what, they're really high on this guy, I'll give him a chance. I think you can say he's the best. I really do. In NXT. Oh, okay, now we have a new tag team that I don't know their tag name. I can't remember their name. I know one's like Price and Bronco. Okay, wait, I gotta find. Alright, so this dude up here is Bronco Nima. I know the other dude's name is something Price or Pierce. Lucian Price, I think, right? That's what I just found. Where is he? Where's that little guy? There he is. I don't know what their tag name is. They're really new to NXT, so I'm gonna put them immediately and give them time, because I think they just like stopped showing their vignettes, and they had like their first or second match against Stax and Tony D on NXT to gear up for Great American Bash. So they haven't had time to really do anything. I don't think I've even watched their vignette. I've seen it like pop up in the background, so I can't tell you what they're all about. I know they're like you know, no BS, I believe, like kind of tag team. Take no prisoners. We're gonna kick your ass, which should work out for them, I guess. But we're gonna move on to, oh god, okay. I'm gonna this feels messed up, but we're gonna put these 4 people I'm thinking of in a group together. We got this is okay. I know this is Hank. This guy right here. This is Hank something. Hank Williams. This is okay. So there's a tag team called Brooks and Jensen, right? I think. I did not keep up with that storyline where they were like going out with like Fallon Henley and Kiana James. Are there? I know Kiana James. I think Fallon Henley is the other one's name. But where's So I believe this is Brooks. This is Jensen. Then this is Hank. And then this guy's name is Tank. So it's just, I think they had a tag team. I mainly know NXT lore from the Cultaholic podcast, so I just know these guys as like Hank and Tank. I think they're a tag team or a one-time tag team. Josh Briggs, Brooks and who the hell is Brooks and Jensen? Don't tell me that's like the dude. Don't tell me his name is Brooks Jensen and I'm an idiot. Bro, my fucking god. Okay, so this is Brooks Jensen. Man, I really let myself go at that, like, that little bit. And Hank Walker is Hank. Tank, I don't know Tank's last name. Okay, so Briggs and Jensen, Josh and Hank. No, oh, God. Brooks and Josh. We're going to call them Brooks and Josh. They had a storyline. They had some importance. I'm going to put them in meh. They seem like lovely guys. I'm not going to lie. And Tank and Hank, God. I know Tank, he had his teeth knocked out in a match, and he still kept going. So props to him. I think he's like the newest of the bunch. I'll put him and give him time. He just looks like a guy that they could build. So we'll put Tank and give him time. This guy was like, what? Okay, Hank, correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. I'm sure everybody will, because I'm getting all this shit mixed up. But this guy was like a security guard, and he wrestles in like black jeans, and he has like a bland look to the guy. I don't know what he's done. I think Big Body Javi, which we'll find him later. He was like picking on him, and he's like, "Hey, don't pick on me." And we're like, "Oh shoot, okay." So yeah, I like Axiom better than Schism. I just don't think they have any. I know, like, I just switched up out of nowhere. That switch was crazy. But just looking at it, I think Axiom deserves being great. His in-ring quality is fucking great. I love him. But Hank, he's going to meh. I guess I could put Brooks and other guy. God, now that I know I've gotten their names mixed up, I've been calling them Brooks and Jensen for probably the past like 6 months. I'm not even kidding you. So I'm sorry about you, Josh Briggs. I didn't even mention one of your names. But these guys seem so nice. I feel bad putting them in meh, but they haven't done anything that really I cared about. Like that storyline with Kiana James is like, oh yeah, we knew she was like kind of an asshole, but whatever. All right, we're gonna move on to Diamond Mine. I put them on the main roster tier list because I thought loser leaves NXT. Creed brothers lost that match. They're gonna be called up soon. No, they're still kind of having a feud with the Schism. It's like, what you lost? Why are you there in front of the green screen being like, oh, we're totally not anywhere near the NXT whatever performance center location thing. But all that aside, if they're still in NXT, I guess they got to be on this tier list. I love Diamond Mine. They're going, honestly, I could put them in best 2. Ivy Nile, I'm going to put and give them time, because with enough time, I'm sure she'll mold into something. I mean, she's had quite a bit of time. She's not the best in the ring, but I do enjoy her. I enjoy Diamond Mine as a package, so I guess I could put her like in great, but I'm going to put her and give them some time. I don't know why give them. I guess I should put them, because like when I say M really quick, it sounds like I'm saying him. But yeah, speaking of him, Carmelo Hayes, no. Oh wait, he is next. Holy shit. Wow, I didn't even know. All right, Carmelo Hayes. I'm going to put Bron Breakker underneath underneath Diamond Mine, because like I said, he was bland at times. All these people. I've enjoyed their work overall more than Bron Breakker. Bron Breakker's probably done more than all these guys and Thea Hale, but you know, it's just how I feel. It's an opinionated list. What are you gonna do? Are you gonna sue me? Please don't do that. I have no money. But Carmelo Hayes, current NXT champion, he is him. He's fantastic in the ring. His match with Ilja Dragunov at Great American Bash. I still haven't watched that show back. Darn. But holy crap, it was hard hitting. It was brutal. It pushed Carmelo to his limits, and he ended up squeaking out a little win there. But yeah, he's had a good match with Bron Breakker. Him and Ricochet had that big springboard moment. He's gotten hit by a couple nasty spears from Bron Breakker as well. Grayson Waller, he had that match. I believe it was at maybe Spring Breakin'. I don't know. I know it was at something. It wasn't like a Gold Rush or anything. But yeah, Carmelo Hayes, he's just, like I said, him and Bron Breakker are the two like top stars, top guys to come out of the NXT 2.0 era, I would say. Can't say enough good things about Carmelo Hayes. Him and Trick were a good pairing, but now they've gone their separate ways as of a couple NXT episodes ago. So yeah, we're going to move on now to Stacks, and I guess we could bring Tony D up. Just won the NXT Tag Championships at Great American Bash about a week and a half ago, or I think basically 2 weeks ago. They're fun. Tony D has been there longer, and I'm not going to lie, I've never been the biggest fan of Tony D. All the story with him being sent to jail because of Gallus, I'm not too high on it. It's more like funny storyline drama that's like still of NXT 2.0's past, you know? But I'm fine with Tony D. I don't hate the guy. I know he beat Ciampa to send Ciampa to the main roster at Stand and Deliver 2022. That was wild. I didn't like that. But he's growing on me a little bit, so I'll put him in good. I'll put him above Schism, honestly. And Stacks, I love this dude's energy, man. He's been there not as long as Tony D, but I like Stacks. He's just a guy you can't help but root for. I'm not going to put him in great, though, so I'll put him right along with Tony D. But if Stacks was there just as long as Tony D, I think there's a case to be made, for me at least, that I'd put him above Tony and great. But yeah, Tony D'Angelo, Stacks, new tag champs, good for them, big win. I would probably put Stacks and give them time, but since he just won the NXT Tag Titles, I think he's proven that he's going to be a decently sized fixture in an NXT. So, you know, put him in good with Tony D. Now we have Charlie Dempsey. Him and Drew Gulak are like a duo. So I guess I'll put them together. He hasn't had that many matches. I know he's the son of William Regal, and that's the reason William Regal wanted to jump from AEW back to WWE, which respectable. You know, I will miss him in BCC because that group, along with Regal, fantastic. But Charlie Dempsey, I'm going to put him and give him time because I haven't seen anything from him. I don't think I've watched a single match of his. But if he's the son of William Regal, hold on, I got to check. I mean, they look really similar, and I think, like, I've known that. Charlie Demp. Okay, no, I don't want the actor. Let me just type in William Regal. Spouse, no. Retired, no. God dang it. Okay, well, I thought this would be an easier thing to look up. Charlie Dempsey, there he is. Yeah, all right. I just want to make sure. I want to get my shiz together. But Charlie Dempsey, putting him in, give him time because I haven't seen a single match. That's my B. I'm sure if I have, I'd probably put him in good. I know they've been doing the thing where they were kind of training Thea Hale. Not really. They have like their little training sessions at the Performance Center. Drew Gulak, NXT-wise, he's just put there as like the mentor and the trainer to Charlie Dempsey and maybe to others. Maybe, I think, wasn't Damon Kemp recently kind of trying to sneak in with them and be a part of their group? I don't know. But Drew Gulak, we know what he's capable of. In NXT, he's kind of just with Charlie. So I don't want to put him in meh. I like Drew Gulak. I think he's really talented, really good in ring work. Great match with Daniel Bryan at Elimination Chamber 2020. I mean, I guess I could put him in great by default because we know what he's capable of. He's just not there to be the wrestler guy. He's there to just kind of help, be in a mentor role. So yeah, I'm putting him in great kind of by default because, yeah. Cora Jade, dude, I've never seen a bigger downfall. Just kidding. I don't want to be mean, but I love Cora Jade as like babyface skater chick, haha, gnarly bro, and just kind of chilling. She won the women's tag titles with Roxanne Perez, was nice. Then like a week later, she turned on her, or that night she won it. I don't know. I think it was a week after. So it was like, okay, she's gonna turn heel. She'll be more of like a badass skater chick. Nope, she dropped the whole skateboard thing. Her whole gimmick was like broken skateboard, and now I have a kendo stick. Or, I think it's a kendo stick, yeah. I thought it was a bat at first. But, yeah, I don't know, her promos are the main thing that I pay attention to when since she's turned heel, and I'm not buying nothing she's selling. I like Cora Jade. I think she's pretty good in the ring. She's just someone you kind of want to cheer for instead of be like, oh, you're so mean. You're a mean girl. Boo. We hate you. I don't know. She's like, I don't think she works that great as a heel. Maybe more work and more time. That'll change. But I think she's probably going to be moving to the main roster soon, I want to say. So as a face, I'd put her in great, very low best. One of the highlights women's division wise from NXT since it turned to 2.0. But I think she was also, because she was in that War Games match, she did that huge swanton off the top. That looked gnarly. But the heel thing, the heel turn really just dragged her down for me. So I'm putting her top of good. Otherwise, she would probably be in the great tier. We're moving on to Daba Kato, Baba Tunde, and Commander Aziz. There is 3 faces of Foley. Daba Kato, he came back, he was like, hey, Apollo, remember me? Fuck you, I hate you. And then, I think didn't he lose a match to freaking Reggie or Scripps? Oh, wait, no, only his, like, what's their thing with Scripps? Only his homies, his family calls him Scripps or something? So he's just Reggie, right? I don't know. I don't think I'm one of his homies, so I'll call him Reggie. Daba Kato, he did nothing. I'm going to put him top of meh, because at least I'm familiar with him. I guess I'll put these 2 top of mess since I did like him quite a bit. Daba Kato, he's big guy, he's intimidating. I just don't think he's quite there in ring wise. He doesn't really have a character as far as I've seen. So yeah, we're gonna move on to Damon Kemp. I mentioned recently he's been trying to get with Charlie Dempsey and Drew Gulak. I think, don't call me out on that. I think I've seen them together talking and being like, hey, I like wrestling. You should train me, and I will join you guys. He had that feud with Diamond Mine, or he was in Diamond Mine, then he broke off. He had that fun ambulance match with, I believe, not Brutus, Julius Creed. That was a lot of fun. He lost to Eddie Thorpe, like, 3 times, all by shenanigans, and it's like, oh, yeah, F you. So, I don't know what that was all about. I could put him and give them time, but I feel like he's had enough time. He just hasn't done much. But I am slightly a fan of him. So, you know what? I would put him in meh. But I do think give him a bit more time and some story. He could get a lot more people behind him. I think he's also... Isn't he Gable Stevenson's brother or something? Right? I think I heard that somewhere. I don't know. But, oh god, who is this? I don't even know who this is. She's not... Okay, no. She's not in the tag team with Ulissa and Valentina. Oh my god. Her name's like in my head. I just gotta look it up. I can't. Danny Palmer. That name rings a bell, but I can't recall a single thing she's done. I think she's fairly new. So just to not be an asshole, I'm not gonna put her in meh. Because I do think she's fairly new. I'm gonna put her and give them time. Let me click on her profile. Let's see what we got here. Energetic. Fixture on Level Up, win against Lola Vice, Jakara Jackson and Lash Legend when she teamed with Sol Ruka. Oh, does she team with Sol Ruka? I know Sol Ruka had a tag partner. But yeah, I think she goes and give them time because I think she's still fairly new, mainly on NXT Level Up. I'm pretty sure that's what that's like saying to me right there. So yeah, Danny Palmer. I can't recall anything, man, because I know the past like year there's been a huge crop of like NXT like women's division, like I forgot what word I was gonna use, but like new additions to the NXT women's division. And they all kind of blend together until they each have their own individual thing, or like they're each own, tag storyline they're doing. So as for now, I'm gonna put her and give them time. I don't know if she's like a permanent tag team like with Sol Ruca, or if that was just like a one-time thing. I know Sol Ruca, she was pulling before she got injured. She's injured now. She was pulling out crazy moves, being like the highlight of NXT every week. Clips on Twitter going crazy, like the not handspring, but like the, flipping over into the cutter. She's crazy athletic. I don't want to put her and give them time because honestly, she's already made a lasting impression. If she didn't get injured, her momentum would probably continue to grow. So I'm gonna put her in good, honestly. I think I'm fine with that. Now we have Dijak. It's another grizzled young vet situation where if it was Dominik Dijakovic, I'd probably put him above Carmelo Hayes, honestly. An NXT black and gold dude, him, Keith Lee. Him versus anybody, he was one of my favorites. I love Dijakovic, but then he joined Retribution. That sucked ass. Remember T-Bar? Yeah, okay. But then came him back. I was gonna say then came him coming back to NXT, but then came Dijak. He's all about justice. His character doesn't do it for me, but his matches are still good. Him versus Wes Lee, very fun. I enjoyed it. But also Dragunov. That was a vicious, brutal match. Last man standing. I'm gonna put him top of great. If he was still Dominik Dijakovic, I'd be fine putting him in best. But he's kind of had the character change that I'm not a fan of. I miss the Feast Your Eyes. That finisher is sick as hell. One of my favorites. Him and Sammy Guevara's like go to hell. Very, very cool finishers. Now we have Dragon Lee, who's pretty new, but has been put into some prominent roles. He's featured on NXT pretty much every week, I want to say. So, he hasn't reached like main event level in NXT, but he's been doing some good stuff. I'm comfortable putting him in great. He's had matches for the North American Championship, Heritage Cup. He's still kind of having that feud with Noam Dar in the Metaphor. And he's kind of buddies with Nathan Frazier. He was on the kickoff to Great American Bash, had a fun little 8-person tag match. He's just fun to watch, And I think he recently lost NXT North American Championship match to Dominic Mysterio with Ray in his corner. I didn't watch that edition of NXT. That was like a couple nights ago. But I know he lost, which sucks because he could have been a great North American champion. But I see what they're trying to do with Dom. They're getting the NXT ratings up. Good for them. But yeah, Dragon Lee, I'm putting him in great. He's just fun to watch. And now we have another tag team. I believe they're a tag team. I think so. Malik Blade and Idris Inoue. I think Idris was the guy that got the WWE tattoo, the fake WWE tattoo on his chest, and everybody was like, "Bro, why'd you get that, bro? What the fuck?" But I think it was fake. So yeah, that was Idris, right? Or was that Malik? I think it was Idris. Idris, I believe, is like kind of funny on Twitter. But I haven't seen much from them. I'm not gonna lie. I know they've been there for quite a while. I know they've been a team for quite a while. But I just haven't paid much attention to half the people here. But they do seem like they're like Brooks and Jensen. I don't think they've had a major storyline like they did. Or major is a stretch, but I know they're like in the same category as fun dudes. They seem likable. I'm gonna put them, with Brooks and Riggs. Fuck, I already forgot. Now I'm so sorry. Brooks, Jensen, and I can't. Josh Briggs. What did I say? Briggs? I don't know what I said. All right, Elektra Lopez is next, and she was with Legado del Fantasma. They moved up to the main roster and said, "Hey, this is Lena Vega. Do you want to be part of LWO?" And they were like, "Okay." Or before they became LWO, they were still Legado del Fantasma. She's been left in NXT. On her own, I haven't seen her. I haven't been paying attention. I think she's recently maybe formed a tag team with somebody from what I saw not too long ago. Maybe that was just a one-time thing. But Black and Gold NXT, she was kind of coming into her own role. I think she fit well with Legado del Fantasma, but since they kind of left her in NXT, it's like, I don't know. So if we're talking about White and Gold 2.0 NXT, the past couple years, I'd say meh. But overall, very bottom of... She was good in her role with Legato. But I think I'm going to have to put her top of meh, because she hasn't really done anything since. She might have been injured, because she wasn't on TV for quite a while. But maybe she was just on Level Up, I don't know. But now we have Fallon Henley, a part of that storyline with Nice Guys and Kiana James. She was kind of like the good girl in that situation. Like, she liked one of the two dudes. I'm not going to even bother trying to say their names because I keep forgetting. I'm not going to make a bigger fool out of myself. But I like Fallon Henley. She seems like she's nice. I don't know, just something about her energy. I'm just, she seems nice. I really don't know what else. If I paid attention to that storyline, I probably would have put all three of these people so far in good. I don't know. I enjoy her more than these two. I really have no reason in putting her in good other than I think also maybe give them time. I think she could be like a contender for the NXT Women's title. Yeah, I just don't know. Something about her. Putting her in good. We got Gable Steveson, who had his first match at Great American Bash. People booed him, myself included. He's kind of a silly guy because he has some allegedly allegations, whatever. I don't know that whole story. I read about it and I forgore it immediately because I was like, oh, that's I know. It's just not pleasant. The Urinate angle chants, that was silly. And they could play into that or they could not. I'm gonna put him in meh because he just... I mean, in ring-wise, like, his belly-to-bellies and German suplexes were fine. Yeah. I guess you could say give them time, but he's been signed to WWE for, like, 3 years now. Had one match. Is in NXT. Putting him in meh. Now we have Gigi Dolan, another person who kind of... opposite of Cora Jade. I liked her as a heel. She turned to a face. I still kind of liked her. In the feud with JC Jane, that was fine. But Toxic Attraction, fantastic women's stable, faction, whatever you want to call it. So, I think Gigi, I don't think she's reached best yet. If she was still a heel and kind of like sadistic heel, carrying that rose around, but now she's like happy-go-lucky, I like arts and paints and roses. I don't know. Gigi Dolan, though, I'm going to put her in great. Probably slightly above Dragon Lee, because we have seen her longer, and we know Toxic Attraction was good. Dragon Lee, get another year under his belt. Keep Gigi Dolan where she's at. Dragon Lee will probably pass her up, because Gigi Dolan as a face, it's just, it's fine. She's like said 4 or 5 weeks in a row, it seems like I came from a broken home. Something, my childhood was rough. I like to paint. And that's why Kiana James dumped paint all over her, because if you like art, fuck you. I hate you. I hate you if you like art. How dare you? I don't know what their beef is. I think they had like a match in that like vacant women's championship tournament. I think that's what started it. I don't know. But I liked her as a heel. I like Toxic Attraction. Main reason why I'm putting her in great. And also, another person who seems somewhat likable. So we'll put her in great. And while we're on the subject of Toxic Attraction, God. Alright, we got JC Jane, who I think has played, like, opposite of Gigi, where, like, the turn to... I mean, wait, actually, she didn't turn heel, because Toxic Attraction was always heels, but they were getting cheered, I think, so... Not really a heel turn, but more of a betrayal. Just a turn in general, on Gigi Dolan. Gigi Dolan has gotten more of the spotlight, I guess. I thought she would be the one to turn on JC and she'd go like full heel and JC turn face. But JC Jane has been great as a heel. I haven't seen too much of her stuff, but she hasn't really been doing too much in general. I know she recently attacked someone backstage. I can't remember who it was. It wasn't Dana Brooke, I don't think. It was somebody. Maybe it was Dana Brooke. I don't know. Either way, same boat as Gigi. If she's gotten a bit more spotlight, as Dolan has, I'd probably put her a step above. But I think the character change for her has worked out better than Gigi Dolan, so JC Jane is going to go on great. Now we have Guru Raj, who's another victim of, we're going to keep you in NXT Level Up because you're cool and we like you, but we got nothing too much for you to do, so just have some fun matches, I guess. Don't know jack crap about Guru Raj. yeah. Putting him in meh. I really have nothing else to add. Yeah. But now we got Jacket Time Man. He likes his jackets. Ikemen. Jiro? Yeah, I think that's right. I know Jiro for sure. I think Ikemen. Something like that. Yeah, Ikemen Jiro. I'm seeing it now. He's fun. He's been there since the 2.0 days. He had that tag team with Kushida where they were Jacket Time. He's done really nothing after that. What the hell did I just say? Nothing after that. I need to stop recording these in like the morning. That's when I'm like still like waking up. But I don't know. I like the guy, but they really just don't have anything for him to do. I think he's mainly been on Level Up. He's got charisma. He's fun. I guess bottom of good. Just, I don't know. Realistically, he's like top of meh, but I like the guy. So I'm putting him in good. I wish he'd have more fun stuff to do. Maybe he was injured and that's why. Not entirely sure. But yeah. Kushida definitely like, leaving NXT kind of hurt him. I bet if they stayed together as a tag team, hell, they might even be on the main roster as we speak. Because they were fun. Kushida's really good. But, I'm putting him in good because I like the dude. I just wish they had more for him to do. Now we have Ilja Dragunov. Currently, probably top 3, top 4, whatever. Favorite people in NXT. I'm going to put him above Carmelo. I really wanted him to beat Carmelo. I like Carmelo Hayes a lot, but he just brings this viciousness, this aggression that if he was NXT champion, anybody, heel or face that tried to go for him would get their asses kicked in defeat, and he would hold that title for Bron Breakker levels of days, up to a year, a little less, a little over. But I understand why Carmelo had the title. He kind of just won the thing. He's their top dude. Understandable. Plus, he's talented as hell. But Ilja Dragunov is my boy. I'm putting him top of best. He's growing out the goatee. I like the classical music when he had the red eyes. I saw him live twice, not only at Great American Bash, but when he fought Finn Balor at Worlds Collide back in 2020. That was a fantastic match. He does the coast to coast, which is crazy. You don't see that too often. It's just just one of his moves, man. It's pretty cool. He's just a strong dude. His matches, we've seen him with Walter/Gunther. When he gets called up to the main roster, whenever that is, I think there's talks about him maybe joining Imperium. Fine, I guess. I don't really want to see that. I kind of just want to see him be his own killing machine. I feel like if he's in Imperium, he's going to be kind of sidelined. Like we've seen with Vinci and Ludwig. Ludwig recently started getting matches. But yeah, But in NXT, he's a killer. I love the guy. Ilja Dragunov, top of best. I don't know if me looking at my second monitor is making my mic feel faded or whatever, but I don't know. And now we have Jakara Jackson. Yeah, that's her name. She's with Meta 4 currently, so we're gonna do the thing where we put all the stable mates together. Lash Legend, Noam Dar, and I forgot his name. It starts with an O, I think. He was in NXT UK. I don't want to look at the name because it's on the tip of my tongue. Like I said, this is an additional little game. I thought I legit was saying his name earlier when I was getting ready for this list. What's his name? Oro Menza. Damn it. Okay. He kicked ass in that pre-show 8-man tag. He had a split minute run where he was throwing kicks, launching himself at people. Pretty talented dude. I didn't watch NXT UK all that much, but I know he was in a tag team with Kenny Williams. That might not be his name, but I think he was in a tag team with a dude, and then he turned heel, I think. I don't know. But either way, Meta 4, I wasn't too high on him at first when he first joined up. I'm I like Noam Dar, but Lash Legend I wasn't a fan of when she had her lashing out or whatever the heck talk show. Jakara Jackson, didn't know too much about her. And Oro Menza, I was okay, NXT guy who can wrestle, cool. But as the weeks have gone by, they're charismatic, they're kind of fun. Noam Dar obviously is the star of the show, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put Noam Dar in great, but Meta 4, I'd say they're growing on me. Lash Legend, Miss Jackson, and Oro Menza. They're going in good. Give it a couple more months, and I think I'll probably put him bottom of great. Noam Dar, like I said, star of the show. He's really fun. But now we have, I think this is Big Body Hobby, if I'm not mistaken. What's his actual name, though? I don't know. Javier Bernal. I might be saying that wrong, but yeah, big body Javi. The only thing I've seen from him is him being cocky and like, "Ha, I'm cool," and then getting his ass kicked. He might have like 1 or 2 wins. I don't know. He just seems like a bland, cocky heel. But just the name Big Body Javi, I kind of like it. He's top of meh, but there is a part of me that there's like a part of me that does like him. So maybe I should put him and give them time if he has like a prominent story. I don't think he's really had an actual story of any kind. Maybe like a minor one with like I think Hank, maybe? I don't know. Top of meh though. But hey, give him some time, he could probably run with something. And now we have wait, why is Wendy Choo up here? I thought her name starts with a W. This is like alphabetical order. I guess not. But hey, she's right here. Wendy Choo, her gimmick's really fun. Would it work on the main roster? Probably not. It's more of an NXT 2.0 thing, you know, sleepy time. It's just, I don't know, she's fun. I can't recall, like, a match that she's had that's, like, that really stood out. I know she had a couple matches with Mandy Rose, I want to say, where she almost won the NXT Women's Championship. But her gimmick's just fun. I think I don't know if she's currently injured, but I know she was a part of that, like, the Blair Davenport spree of attacks backstage in the parking lot kind of thing. So I don't know if she's actually injured. She might be back and wrestling on like Level Up or something. But she is really fun. Gimmick wise, good, but she hasn't had like a standout match to me. I'm gonna put her slightly under Metaphor. But I do like Wendy Choo, I think. Just, I don't know. Just like bubbly, sleepy, fun gimmick. Can't go wrong, really. But she needs something serious to do when not serious, but you know, some serious story to do when she's back. And now we have this dude right here. This dude is Eddie Thorpe. Right. Let me check. I think it's Eddie Thorpe. I know him, yeah, it is. I know him as the guy with the weird earrings. Maybe they're not weird. Maybe they're normal, but that's all I can stare at when I see him, is like the dangly things from his ears. I hope that's not like a cultural thing. I can't really tell what those are. I think they're just funky earrings. I don't know. Either way, I think he calls himself like not the lone wolf, but like something wolf. Like he was howling. I might be just like on something. He's had like I said, he had that thing I mentioned earlier with Damon Kemp. And that, I don't know, I'm just not high on this dude. I don't know, something about him just not hitting with me. He's going to meh, but he's been used recently. He's been on TV almost every week or so, so that's something. He does nothing for me. I'm gonna put him in meh. Sorry. All right, now we have this lady. She's with Dana Brooke. Is it what? I know his last name. Last name's like Jordan. Hold up. Kaylani Jordan, there it is. It was on all these. I know all the names are on the tip of my tongue, so you gotta give me credit. Her little partnership with Dana Brooke. We know Dana Brooke as like she hasn't gotten much done in her like 10 years in the company, maybe a little less, like 9-8 years. But it seems like they're having a little partnership. Whatever gets her on TV. I've seen one slight highlight from this past week's episode of NXT where she did a nice little flip into like a backslide kind of thing to somebody. That was neat. I'm gonna put her and give them time because I think she just started popping up on NXT TV. Probably had a couple matches in NXT Level Up. I think she's like one of the newest, whatever that program is where they like sign college athletes kind of thing. I forgot what HLA is. That what it's called? I don't know. Wait, no, that's not what that is. Oh my god, that's the Eric Bischoff shit. Wait, hold up. NLA, is that what it's called? WWE NLA. No, what's it fucking called? I don't want to type in HLA because that's the hot lesbian action. I was talking about that with my friend earlier. Short little story time because he's not a wrestling fan. I was like, oh, HLA. Like I just said it out of nowhere. He's like, oh yeah? I was like, yeah, that's hot lesbian action. He's like, wow, I bet that was huge. I mean, kinda. They got rid of it after a while. What is that? Is it like, what's the WWE college program that they're doing? College athletes. NIL. I knew it. I know there was an L in there. Yeah. Either way, I think she's one of those. The college, one of the newest people. I saw people talking about her on Twitter. So she should be athletic and cool and groovy and all the nice words to say. I'm going to put her and give them time because I see something in her. So we're moving on to Kiana James. She's been there quite a while. She's like the business lady. She was in that story with Briggs and Jensen. Finally, got their names right. And Fallon Henley. I feel like she was kind of the breakout star, as in now she's still having like important stuff to do. Like she had a few with Gigi Dolan. I think that's over with. Her look is kind of cool. That little skirt thing. I don't know. It just makes her stand out a little bit. I don't know why. But, she has the glasses. She's like business when she comes to the ring. And she takes the glasses off and it's like, all right, I'm going to punch you in the face. So she's okay. If that okay tier was still there, she'd be right there. But I think she will probably be a permanent fixture in NXT for a bit. I feel like she's one of those stars that'll be fine in NXT, but when she goes to the main roster, something about her, they'll just push her and people will love her. I don't know. She gives me that vibe. I'm gonna put her with Fallon Henley. Got nothing too much to say about her, but I do like her and I think she has a future. And now, who the hell is that? Lola Vice. Okay, wait, isn't she the one that was teaming with Sol Ruka then? Oh, she's the one that was dancing and stuff. I think people go nuts over her. Oh, Lola Vice and Elektra Lopez. Aha! I knew Elektra was forming a tag team. That was a week or two ago. Aha! I knew it. But yeah, I think her thing was people were going nuts over her on Twitter. I think she was dancing or something. I forgot. But she's fairly new. I know that. Within the past 3 months. I'm gonna put her and give them time as well. I don't know if I've seen a match of hers. I know I've seen her in the ring, some highlight video, probably Level Up. I think my memory is shot, bro. There's just so much wrestling. That NXT Level Up. If you've done anything on that show, I've probably forgotten it. Lyra Valkyria. I believe that's her name. I know I got most of the sounds right in that, but I believe it's Lyra Valkyria. She was bird lady / running in the woods lady, but I don't know. She's another Fallon Henley situation where more than Fallon Henley. Where something about her, I just really like her. I was rooting for her in that match with Tiffany Stratton, where Tiffany Stratton won the NXT Women's Championship. We're going to put her above... I'm so high on her, bro. I'm going to put her above Cora Jade. I'm just a fan. I don't think she's done anything too much that stood out. Recently, she's been doing the stuff with Rhea Ripley, so that's good that they're putting her in an important position with someone, like Rhea Ripley, when Rhea Ripley goes down to NXT. So they see something in her. I enjoy her work. She also has a cool look to her with the feathers and stuff. So yeah, Lyra Valkyria, she goes in good. What time are we at? We have 50 minutes. I've been stalling on a lot of this stuff, man. I'm not gonna lie. All right, we got Mark Coffey, his brother Joe Coffey, and Wolfgang. We got Gallus. Gallus boys on top. I like Gallus. Hard hitting, former tag team champions. NXT UK. They're fun. They're good. Nathan Frazier, what are you doing up there, buddy? But Gallus as a whole, they're not on the bland side, but all their whole gimmick is we like to drink and we're tough boys. But then again, that's kind of Sheamus' whole gimmick, and Sheamus is one of my number one guys. So, we're gonna put Gallus. Honestly, bottom of grade. They're really good. Joe Coffey is kind of taking a back seat. He was the main dude of the three on the indies. Iron Man Joe Coffey. Mark Coffey, I kind of just knew who he was from NXT UK. Wolfgang and Joe, I kind of saw in the indies a bit. But, yeah, they're a fun group. They've been a fixture in NXT and NXT UK for quite a bit now. Former NXT Tag Champs. Nothing bad to really say about them from memory. So, yeah, we're going to move on to Nathan Frazier. He's fun to watch in the ring. NXT Heritage Cup holder, even though I believe on NXT didn't Noam Dar bring like a fake one or a replica, and Tyler Bate beat Noam Dar for that. So they're two Heritage Cup guys, or is there just one real and one fake? I don't know. They're probably gonna do like a Unification Cup match, Nathan versus Tyler Bate. That'd be fun. Those two together would be very cool to see. But Nathan, I wasn't too high on him. He kind of seemed basic. The hard-hitting home truth stuff is kind of cringe. But then he got like the praise from Seth Rollins. I started paying a bit more attention. And, I noticed how good he is in the ring. He's like a bolt of lightning, a huge chunk of energy. Gonna put him in good. Above Metaphor, a little under Schism, because I'm still kind of on the fence about him. I do think he's great in ring. He's a likable guy. We're going to go with Nikita Lyons. She's currently injured, but she was the talk of the town. And she was getting quite a big push until the injury. When she first showed up, she was doing like a rapper gimmick or something like that. And holy God, that was not it. I don't think it was a gimmick, but it was like, in her free time, I make music, and there was like a clip of her like rapping about something, and it just, I don't know, something about her energy, I think. I don't know. But she seems okay. I'm not super big on her, but I don't hate her. I don't dislike her. I think give her some more time and flesh out her character. I think, yeah, I'll put her bottom of good for now. But now we have Miko Satomura. I know she was NXT... Wait, was she NXT UK Women's Champion? I think she was. Yeah, I think she was the one that beat Kaylee Ray, I want to say. I'm not entirely sure. But she hasn't done a bunch since moving to, like, normal NXT. She lost the unification match where Mandy Rose won and kind of unified NXT Women's, NXT UK Women's Championship. I think that's the match Blair Davenport was in as well. She had the match with Roxanne Perez where Roxanne fainted after the match because of reasons. I just don't know too much about her. I think she's like a legend in Japan, I want to say, but I personally don't know much about her. I don't think I've actually ever sat through one of her matches. I've seen some highlights. I'm going to put her bottom of good. I'm not too familiar, but I know she's good. That's where I'm at with that. And now, okay, this guy, Obafemi. He had the match at Spring Breakin' against I4 Gore, who, I think it was Oro Menza, actually. I don't know why I just remember that. I think I looked it up on YouTube before this tier list a while ago. But he's just a big, strong, hard-hitting dude. But that was like his only thing he's done, that debut Spring Breakin' match. So I'll put him and give them time, because I like what I've seen so far. I just haven't seen jack crap after that. Again, maybe it's an NXT level up thing. But that Spring Breakin' match, man, he was hard hitting. That discus forearm, the big pop-up powerbomb where he like landed on his knees, that was fantastic. He looks like a beast. Hoping for the best for that guy. I think that guy, NXT champion in the future. Calling it right now. Unless something like comes out about him that's controversial, or they just don't push him. Speaking of controversial, we got Quincy Elliott. He hosted Halloween Havoc with Shotzi Blackheart. But then I saw some stuff on Twitter where he was saying some really weird stuff in some group chats, and that's not okay. That's weird, buddy. They haven't done anything about it, though. He's mainly been on Level Up. He's really slow. He's, energetic's not the word. Flamboyant, yeah. But he's just, I don't know, like he appeals to the eye, I guess you could say, like, eye-catching, that's what I'm trying to say. Like, oh, you see this dude, and you're like, okay, what are you about? But, I don't know. I haven't looked at him the same since, like, the group chat stuff came out about him. Before that, I was like, oh, he seems like a fun guy. We're gonna put him in meh. He hasn't done stuff. I know he's been mainly on Level Up. And the only thing I can remember is that he hosted Halloween Havoc with Shotzi. So, that's something that I remember. But yeah. And now we have Robert Stone. The man's going in bottom of best. He is so funny. I loved him as Robbie E in TNA. He's a good manager, honestly, like good comedic, like get what's coming to him kind of manager. He excels in everything I've seen him do in NXT, whether it's being run over by Shotzi's tank, managing Chelsea Green, managing Von Wagner. I did not give a single damn about Von Wagner, but him being with Von Wagner makes me go, all right, well, let's see what's happening here. I love Robert Stone. He's great. Nothing else to say. I kind of wish he was like an actual wrestler, like Robbie E. But Robbie E would fit perfectly in NXT. Jersey Shore kind of knockoff guy. I mean, that's long gone. Jersey Shore, I think. No, they still do Jersey Shore stuff, I'm sure. But yeah, I love Robert Stone. Or Mr. Stone, I guess is what he's called now. But now we have... Oh, this guy. This is, what is this dude's name? Isn't it like Dante Chen? Right? Hold on, let me check the D. Yeah, Dante Chen. The only thing I know about this dude is that he's mainly on Level Up. And I think his finisher's like an axe handle. It's like a really strong running chop. I don't know. I know he has like a weak ass finisher. And I'm like, what? I don't know how long he's been there. I don't even want to put him and give him time, but after seeing his finisher, I'm like, Brett needs work. I don't know. He's really bland. So he could benefit from more time, but I'm probably going to put him just in the middle of mess. Probably bottom of mess, honestly. Above Gable, though, because, Gable's kind of a guy that does some stuff. Now we have Roxanne Perez, Roxy. Another person I've said a couple times throughout this tier list. Can't help but cheer for her. I wish she would have had a better run with the NXT Women's Championship, but storyline's got a storyline and whatnot. Wait, was she injured? I think that was like not a real injury. I don't know. Either way, I thought she was going to get called up after the NXT ladder match where she did not win back her NXT Women's Championship. Or wait, no, it was vacant. Right, because Indy Hartwell won it. I don't know. Whatever that was. Technically, she defended it because it wasn't vacant, because she was still kind of the champion, and she got put in the match last minute, so very confusing stuff with her NXT Women's title reign, but I like Roxanne Perez. If her time already, if her time didn't already come with her winning the NXT Women's Championship a while ago, I would say she's the one that could beat Tiffany Stratton, but she's the one that had it before Tiffany and Indy Hartwell, so I don't think she needs a second run with the title, even though it would be nice to see her have a better run with it. I think she's destined for the main roster within the next few months. Thought she was going to get drafted, honestly, back in May or whenever the draft was. But she's still in NXT. Weapons Wild match was fun. Got a win in her home state. Nothing bad to say about Roxanne Perez. Going to put her probably borderline best. Put her under Dijak. So now we're going to move on to Script/Reggie. He's fun to watch in the ring, but other than that, the mask, the look, kind of dumb. Story, he's like, I think he was like a hacker guy. He was like calling into the NXT Performance Center, being like, "You will all know who I am." I don't know. He's done. I like Reggie when he was the sommelier to Carmelo. I thought that was kind of fun. Him being a not main part, but like being a fixture in the Sasha Banks like feud with Bianca, I think, because he was like hitting on Nia Jax and Bianca. No, he was hitting on Nia Jax. That's what that was. I think. I don't know. Main roster Reggie was weird. NXT Reggie is slightly better, but I guess no substance is the right word. Like, I don't care about what he's doing. But when I don't like turn the TV off or change channels when I see him. I still like him. But he just doesn't, I don't know. Very, very top of meh. They just need to do something different with the guy. And now we have Stevie Turner, I think her name is, part of NXT UK. She has like a live streamer gimmick, but I don't think she's actually been doing anything on NXT since like her little vignettes and whatnot. I'm interested to see where like her character goes, because I at one point was a streamer myself, so it's like, wow, hi Stevie, we're like so similar. But give her time. I didn't watch any of her NXT UK stuff, so she's like a fresh face to me. Kind of like, I guess, clean slate now that she's in NXT, for me at least. So let's see what she's got. Hope they give her something to do. She seems like she is good. You could just tell, like, when someone has that look, like, oh, you're really good at the wrestling, aren't you? She probably is. So we're going to put her and give them some time. And now we have Tatum Paxley, who was like, she was like, gonna team with Blair Davenport in that like battle royal. I think she took out Roxanne, but then I don't think she's actually in a team with Blair Davenport unless I'm missing something. What was Tatum Paxley doing? before. Who is Tatum Paxley? Wait. Okay, wait, hold up. What? I'm blanking on everything she's ever done. Oh, Diamond Mine's newest prospect. What? She teamed with Ivy Nile. Oh. Wait. Okay, wait, what? Okay, I forgot everything that she's done, apparently. I did not know she was Diamond Mine's prospect. I recognize the name Tatum Paxley. That's kind of like a unique name, but I don't recall anything she's done. Not like to be mean, like, my mind, obviously, as you've seen through this list, has been kind of freaking out. I don't want to put her in med because, like, apparently she's done stuff. I feel bad now. Bottom of... I guess because I can't remember anything. That either says something about NXT and how they booked her, or it probably says more about me. But damn. Like, she has a name I remember, but I did not even know about the Diamond Mine stuff. Alright. We're going to move on to Tiffany Stratton, or as the boys on the Cultaholic podcast call her, Tiffy Strats, which I think that's very fun. I don't know why, just something about it. Great American Bash submission match with Thea Hale was nice. Not crazy good or nothing, but it was nice. When she won the NXT Women's Championship, that was nice. She deserved it. She was probably one of the standouts as well from the 2.0 era. Like, you know, Daddy's Little Money Princess or whatever. I think she liked tennis. That was like her thing. But, you know, she's just like, she's Barbie, bro. She's actually Barbie. She's like the pinnacle of Mean Girls. And she's good. Her promos are like entertaining. She's gotten better in the ring. I remember like when she first showed up, she wasn't super great in the ring. Like, okay. But that moonsault is pretty freaking good. Prettiest moonsault ever, I think it's called. Yeah, she's fun to watch. Fun to listen to. Hope she has a great reign as NXT Women's Champion. I'm not, like, too used to her yet, but I do enjoy her stuff. Probably top of great. In the same category as Roxanne and Dijak, where I really enjoy their stuff on NXT. If I see them on screen, I'll probably be like, alright, what are they up to? Alright, we're going to move on to Trick Williams. Before this list, a couple weeks ago, like I mentioned earlier with Carmelo, they're going to go their separate ways. It wasn't like a breakup or nothing, or like a heel turn, so it's good. Trick, very charismatic. I think he's okay in the ring. I haven't seen too many just like singles matches with Trick Williams. But we got to see what happens. I almost want to put him and give them time, because I want to see what a singles run looks like. I wonder if it'll be really good or he'll get lost in the shuffle. I hope he doesn't get lost in the shuffle, because he's really charismatic. He's fun to listen to when he's on the mic. The gift of jab, I believe he said. With Carmelo, I'll definitely put him in good, honestly. Yeah, I think good's a good spot for him. But like I said, I want to put him and give them time. I want to see where the single run goes. I'll put him in, give them time, but from what we've seen so far, I'll definitely put him in like top of good. But singles run Trick, I want to see what they do with him. Give them time. Hell, he'll probably be elevated to great or maybe best. I don't know. He has like the look, definitely. Now we have Tyler Bate. After moving to NXT from NXT UK, he hasn't done much. Like, he had the NXT UK NXT Championship Unification match with not Bronson Reed. What the hell? He's on the main roster. Bron Breakker. And he lost, which I did not like, because I love Tyler Bate. I'm a big fan of his stuff. Him versus Pete Dunne. Him versus Walter. Him. And Mustache Mountain. There you go. I was trying to remember the tag team. But he's really good. He's really, really good. But in this current stage of NXT, you know, like, when he was actually on normal NXT and not NXT UK, he was having banger matches on TakeOver, a few on NXT TV. But mainly, like, in NXT UK is where he was hitting the strong points. But, so I don't know. I think in this current era of NXT, I'd put him like top of good, but overall NXT UK is still kind of NXT, and the past NXT stuff is still like, that's why Dijak's great. If we were only counting White and Gold and 2.0 NXT, he'd probably be like top of good. So Tyler Bate, I'm putting him in the best, dude. Overall, I think Tyler Bate, it's another Dijak situation where I love him in black and gold NXT, but the current stuff he's doing in current NXT kind of weighs that down a bit. Put him above Bron Breakker, slightly above Diamond Mine. Chase, you are just so fun. All right, I don't want a single comment saying, wow, Chase, you and Bash, we should put him in great or good. Blah, 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 blah. No. How dare you? How dare you? All right. And now we have, I believe these two are a tag team, so Wes Lee will be last. And, certainly not least, though. Wes Lee's fantastic. But we're going to move on to, one is Ulissa something. Ulissa Leon and Valentina. Is it Perez or Faraz? I feel like I haven't heard them say Faraz, but I think it's Faraz. These two were good in that opening 8-person tag match, Great American Bash. I haven't seen too much from them. I know they were like getting up there with like being an established tag team, but I think was it Valentina that just came back from injury or Ulissa? I don't know. But either way, I think they're probably like Caden Carter and Katana Chance. I think they're one of the more like when you see them, they're like, oh, that's a good women's tag team. So yeah. Let me see. Formed a partnership with fellow promising newcomer Valentina Faraz. Okay. Yeah. I'm just trying to make sure I don't, like, F up anything. I don't want to get anybody mixed up. So yeah, these two, since now they're finally getting back on track, since, like I said, I think one of them was injured, I'll put them and give them some time. They look promising in that tag match. And I hope they get elevated to levels like Kane Carter and Katana Chance, because that was like my favorite women's tag team in all of WWE. So if they get anywhere to that level, they'll be in great or top of good in no time. And now to close off this tier list, we have Wes Lee, who sadly recently lost his NXT North American Championship to Dominic Mysterio. Fun triple threat, Great American Bash. Fun match with Dijakovic at, it was either Stand and Deliver or I believe it was that Stand and Deliver. And then at Vengeance Day, it was that 6-person tag match. Not tag match, just like 6-pack challenge type of match. But overall, dude, even in Black and Gold NXT, him and Zachary Wentz, I think, I know his like indie name and his like NXT name, they're kind of like super similar. Yeah, either way, Wes Lee, good tag champ, good North American champ. I think he's gonna move into a feud with Carmelo Hayes and NXT champ soon. I wouldn't hate it. He's really fun to watch in the ring. Ball of energy. Probably since his tag partner got released, sadly, he's really blossomed as a singles wrestler. That's what I'm trying to say. Above Robert, above Braun, above Diamond Mine, above the current state of Tyler Bate. I will say that. You know what? Above Chase U, borderline above Carmelo. Hell, even Ilja. These three right here, Carmelo, Ilja, and Wes Lee, if they had a triple threat match, I think my head would explode. Because these three are like my top dudes. Chase U's my favorite faction. Diamond Mine, my favorite tag team. Based on what I've seen on NXT, kind of coming back into it since the Black and Gold days ended. Thank you for watching. Let me know your top 5 NXT talents or tag teams or whatever in the comments below. Is my list terrible? Maybe. I don't know. But I will see you when I see you. Goodbye.